SecurityCameraKing.com. In this video, I will show you some of the settings that you will find in our brand new megapixel cameras. As I said before in the previous videos, these megapixel cameras have the same interface as our DVRs, and it's very intuitive, very easy to use. And I'm going to proceed to logging into one of the cameras by punching the IP. This is one of the IP of this in particular is a box camera. And you will be presented with the web service interface. I have to make sure that it's running compatibility view, and the username is admin and the password is admin as well, lowercase. Click enter, and here is the interface of the megapixel camera. As you see, is exactly the same. It looks similar to the interface of our DVRs. All of the features such as search, alarm, and all of that are pretty much the same. And very easy to use. It's very intuitive. Here, for example, in search, you will be able to find footage that you're recording at the camera if you have an SD card inserted. This megapixel cameras are able to record at the camera if you have an SD card. For the box camera, it uses an SD card, one of the larger size, and it goes up to 32 gigabytes. And for the dome camera, it uses a micro SD, and you will be able to record at the camera like it was a DVR. So you can put, your search, your time for searching, and all of that, and then click search, and it will find out the footage. In this case, I don't have any SD card, so I'm not going to find any footage there. So it's just a brief demonstration of how the interface looks like. For example, the config, pretty much you can configure everything here, such as the encode portion, which is very important. The resolution on these cameras is set up by default at 1080p. You can configure a 3 megapixel, which is the maximum resolution, to get the crispiest and the best quality picture. And this portion over here for the extra stream is for you to configure and view it over your phone. If you have an iPhone or an Android or a BlackBerry, you can use our Tech Pro SS software and view the cameras from the phone. You have to make sure that this option is checked. By default is not, so you have to make sure that this option is checked at all times if you wanted to watch the cameras using your iPhone or BlackBerry or Android phones. Another feature it has is the schedule. If you have an SD card there, you can set up the camera to be recording based on motion, send snapshots. You have the option for your network. Excuse me. Here you can change the IP of the megapixel camera. By default is 192.168.1.108 as the defaults of our DVRs. Here you can change, the TCP, the UDP, and the HTTP port. And it's pretty much the same as I said, as our DVRs. If you have one of our DVRs, it will be very easy for you to configure. It supports DNS, dynamic DNS. Here you can configure the detect portion if you want the sensitivity to be higher or lower. You can send emails, you can send snapshots. Every time that the motion happens, it will send you a picture once you configure the email portion as well. Here you have your hard drive management. In this case will be the SD card, and your record portion, and your accounts. You can add accounts, remove accounts, change passwords, and all of that you do on a regular basis on your DVR, you will be able to do it in here. This portion is very important. It's a config portion. Here you can configure exposure of the camera. You can configure if it's on color, if you want to only on color, or night vision automatically. And there's different menus here that you can play with it. It's very easy to use. It's a crispy picture. It's a gorgeous picture, and I hope you like it. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.